Hi everyone, I'm Philip Galinsky, founder and director of Samba New York. We are continuing with our series of basic patterns for some of the different samba percussion instruments, and today we are focused on this drum, the surdo. Surdo, meaning deaf in Portuguese, is a cylindrical bass drum that is the heartbeat of the samba. Now, in most samba school baterias, there are typically three types of surdo: first, second, and third, each one with its own size, tuning, and function within the bateria. And then outside of the context of carnaval, for example, in a roda de samba or pagode format, we typically have one surdo in the samba ensemble. And this single surdo can incorporate elements of the first, second, and third surdos from the bateria on one drum. And that's what I'll be teaching you today, a basic pattern for a single surdo in a small group samba context outside of carnaval. All right, before we get to the pattern itself, I want to talk a little bit about this drum. This surdo is by Contemporânea, and it's 18 inches in diameter. It has animal skin heads on both sides, and it has these butterfly tuning lugs on top, which make it very easy to tune while you're playing. And you can't see it here, but I have a washcloth covering part of the drum head just to cover up some of the overtones. Okay, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to be holding a mallet in my right hand, and my left hand will be muffling or muting the drum. Okay, so before we get into the pattern itself, I just want to talk a little bit about the samba cycle. The complete samba cycle I count in 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the main accents of the samba are on beats 2 and 4. Okay, so we're gonna, for this most basic of basic patterns for surdo, for the samba, we're gonna play open tones on beats 2 and 4, which are our main accents, and we're gonna play muffled or muted strokes on beats 1 and 3. Okay, this actually simulates the beats of the first and second surdo in the bateria. So the first surdo is not in all baterias, but in most baterias, I would say it is typically the largest and deepest pitched of the 3 surdos, and it plays on beats 2 and 4. And the second surdo, which responds to the first surdo, is typically medium-sized and medium-pitched in most baterias, and it plays on beats 1 and 3. Okay, so we can simulate this back and forth, this basic pulse played by the first and second surdos on a single surdo by playing a muted stroke on beats 1 and 3 and an open stroke or open tone on beats 2 and 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is for our open stroke, we're going to strike the mallet right. We're going to use our mallet to strike the drum right in the center. Okay, and for our muted stroke, I'm going to place my left hand a little bit off center, and I'm going to move my mallet a little bit off center too. Okay, so this is our muted stroke on 1 and 3, like that. Okay, and our open stroke on 2 and 4 will be right in the center. Okay, so this most basic of basic patterns for surdo, for the samba, is just that. It's mute, open, mute, open, mute, open, mute, open. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second surdo, first surdo, second surdo, first surdo. Okay? Okay, so my right hand is just playing on every beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's my left hand that's making the distinction. So I just sneak my left hand in right after each open tone. I'm not making a sound with it. I'm just sneaking it in so that I can play a muted stroke right after the open one. Okay, now for a variation or another basic pattern for the surdo, we're just going to play another left hand stroke on the the last subdivision of each beat. Okay, so that's what this sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 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 1. Okay? And one final thing today, one very typical way to start the samba rhythm, we don't usually start it with a muted stroke on the surdo. One very typical way of starting the samba rhythm is with an open tone on the and of 4 as a pickup, what they call boombox in the samba world in Brazil. So let me start the first pattern that I showed you with the boombox. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now the second pattern with the boombox. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet already, please do so, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much.